praise, glory, and honor to the Most High Yahweh only. Besides him, there is no other God, neither shall there be after him. The title of this video is going to be Yahweh never commanded a man to die for anyone's sins. That's right. I know Remnant, y'all smart, y'all know. I don't know why Domino's popped up on my screen. Could go for some pizza right now, but we ain't gonna go for that. Yeah, man. Kind of threw off my train of thought. What was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, man. Yahweh, he never commanded a man to die for sins, and y'all Remnant, y'all know that anything that is in the Tanakh, Yahweh would have made it known. Y'all know about the many examples that he gave in order to show that he's not a liar, he ain't no son of man, that he should repent. Y'all know about this from the book of Numbers. But I just want to show an example of the men that kept Yahweh's commandments in order to shape the world of the way that it is, in order to have some type of way to have a genealogy that would survive until this day. Now here we go. We're going to start at Genesis chapter 6, verse 1, where it says, "It came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them, that the sons of Yahweh saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And Yahweh said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of Yahweh came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown." And here we are with that same definition of came in unto. I just did a video previously that exposed what this came in unto means in the New Testament, which means take possession of. And it makes sense, because if the sons of God in this case, which are the Nephilim, and I'm sure y'all seen that recent story that happened in Miami, where there were reports of eyewitnesses saying that they saw giant creatures, like Nephilim creatures, but the news is saying that that's not what it is. But in this case, quite possibly could be because the Nephilim, before the flood were, giants, and, they got drowned by Yahweh along with the rest of the wicked. But it's very possible because, the evil spirits that we have today are, those offspring of, the fallen angels and the daughters of men. That's their offspring. So, Yahweh, because again, he's in control of life and death. So when you have these, wicked spirits that come at you, just know that's the, the offspring of, the sons of Yahweh and the daughters of men. But we'll continue to read where it says, "And they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown, fame. And Yahweh saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented Yahweh that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And Yahweh said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh." You see that? People like to say that, JC saved the world, but we see right here where it says, Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh. It didn't say JC found grace in the eyes of Yahweh. No, it said Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh. Because JC had to be created, right? Being born from this, that demonic figure in the New Testament, the Holy Ghost. Yeah, he had to be created. So was Noah. But as it says from the Most High himself in the next verse, in verse 9, it says, these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with Yahweh. Let's read that one more time. Genesis 6 verse 9. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with Yahweh. So, we like to believe the lie that says that JC was perfect and a sinless man. That's plagiarism that they stole from one of the perfect men in the Tanakh. And one of them is Noah. And I say one of them because there was, you had Job, you had, who else, man? You had Enoch, who got taken up with Yahweh to Shemaim. So, that's why I say you only got one. That's one of the men. These are one of the men that were perfect. So if Noah was perfect, if Job was perfect, if Abraham was righteous, well, what's the point of JC? You see how there's a contradictory that people just aren't getting because they reject knowledge. But here we go. We're going to continue where it says, and Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japhet. The earth also was corrupted before Yahweh, and the earth was filled with violence. And Yahweh looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And Yahweh said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with pitch. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. A window shalt thou make to the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above. And the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. And behold, even I do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. From under Shemaim, and everything that is in the earth shall die. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female, of foals after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind, 2 of every sort shall come unto thee to keep them alive. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. Thus did Noah according to all that Yahweh commanded him, so did he. Was I saying Genesis 6:22? Thus did Noah according to all that Yahweh commanded him, so did he. And then let's see, I'm going to show an example of what happens when you don't listen to the commandments of Yahweh. Because people like to say, law done away with, all the, no, that's garbage. That's garbage. These are perpetual statutes. What does perpetual mean? Forever. Never ending. Now let's go into Genesis chapter 3. Where it says, because Yahweh's going to test you, right? Because I know y'all Remnant, y'all smart, y'all know about the story of Job. He was a perfect man. He got tested. And, Christianity likes to lie and say that, Satan has all this power on the earth and blah, blah, blah. Nah, son. He has to go to the Most High himself if he wants to, torment anybody or whatever. And here's one of the tests, because if Job can go through what he went through and pass the test, this was nothing compared to what Job had to go through, and he passed with flying colors. Now here's a test where it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh had made, and he said unto the woman, yea, had Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of the tree of the garden. And what is subtle mean? He was very tricksterous. I don't even think that's a real word, but we're gonna go with that, tricksterous. Very slick. And all they had to do was not pay attention to this figure, because everyone likes to say this was a literal snake, but there's a reason why when Adam and Eve broke the commandments of Yahweh to not eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, there's a reason why it's called the serpent seed, which I'm going to make a video on that as well, where this white supremacist stuff gets real deep with the serpent seed doctrine that I wasn't even aware of. I thought it was just I thought it just started with the whole curse of Ham thing. Oh no, it gets deeper. I'm learning about the serpent seed doctrine, and that's what these Nazis, these Aryan Brotherhood, KKK, they all using that serpent seed doctrine. So the hatred for black people is deeper than what I thought. And, that's why it's important to educate yourself. But here we go. It says in verse 14 of Genesis chapter 3, where it says, and Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And here's the part right here. And I will put enmity. I think I said that right. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. People like to interpret that as JC stepping on the serpent's head. No, that's nonsense. What verse 15 of Genesis 3 really means is there's going to be tension between Cain, because he's not mentioned in the genealogy of Adam. So Cain is the serpent seed, and when it says it shall bruise thy head and thou shalt bruise his heel, that means the seed of Cain is going to be on the heel of Yahweh's chosen nation. And what do we have today and throughout history? That same serpent seed has been tormenting Yahweh's chosen people for centuries upon centuries, generation upon generation. Who do you think is ruling, this world right now with Babylon and all that? Who do you think? Who do you think could be so evil to take a whole nation's identity, language, customs, culture? Who do you think this is? Yeah, we've all been told that, it's Esau, it's it's just Esau this, Esau that. But the reality is Esau was Yaakov's brother. But at the same time, he was angry because he got his birthright taken away from him, as well as his blessing. And, he had to get in cahoots with Cain. So that's why he got with some Canaanite women and wanted to basically, he hated himself. That's why he lightened up his pigmentation over time. And but again, that's for another subject. But we see what happens when you don't listen to the commandments. But we're going to finish this off where it says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. So, as we just read, it says, because you didn't listen to my commandments, cursed is the ground for your sake. So if Yahweh, being the righteous, God that he is, if he would say this to Adam, what makes you think he wouldn't say this to JC, even if he was his begotten son, saying, because thou died for the sins of everyone in the world, cursed are thee. And it literally says that, JC is cursed in the New Testament. It literally says he was accursed. And he is accursed because he contradicts Yahweh's law, such as the commandments. And if JC were real, there would have been a verse that said, because thou hast not hearkened unto my law, statutes, and commandments, and I went against my word, saying, the father shall not die for the sins of the children, neither shall the children die for the sins of the father. You're going to die for not listening to my commandments. And here's where we're at. Yeah, I just wanted to give you all an example of, what happens when you don't keep the commandments of Yahweh, and how Noah keeping the commandments is what happens, and how we have as a I guess you could say that humanity has a chance at life because of Noah being perfect, keeping the commandments of Yahweh. But as Yahweh, I'm out. Praise, glory, and honor to the Most High Yahweh only. Shout out to everyone who made it to the end of the video. Shout out to everyone who is subscribed, who likes the content, shares it, leaving comments. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Whether you love me, hate me, whatever it is, subscribe, hit the bell, turn on notifications, and check out my content. And y'all have a good one. Will be from the house of Israel or a Gentile. I'm out. Peace.